ESPN Plus. Okay, so I just want to share something that happened yesterday, okay? So we get done with the show. I'm feeling great. We had a really good show yesterday. And I go to the gym. I take a little workout, a little shower. I sit down. I open up Twitter, and the name Adam Schefter is trending. And whenever any of my friends are trending, my first thought is, oh no, what happened? And so I click on it, and this is what comes up. Shefty broke the Pope news. I'm going to say, Shefty started by tweeting about the white smoke that was out there. And so we called him, and Shefty said when he first started tweeting about the white smoke, people were tweeting him back saying, so who is it? Who is it? So for the record, Shefty was not able to get the scoop from inside the conclave, but he did have the story. And so I'm just envisioning all the other NFL insiders, you know, how mad they are throwing stuff on. Oh, man, Shefty got the Pope scoop. Whatever the case may be.
You got to follow up on this story now.
That's exactly right. So here brings me to ask a question. The Pope is in his late 60s. He is from Chicago.
Southside.
Southside, went to Catholic school, it goes without saying. There's a gentleman in our studio who is from Chicago, who's about the same age, who went to Catholic schools. So here's a question I never thought I'd ask. Michael, did you grow up with the Pope? Are you friends with the Pope?
Maybe.
Tell me.
It's got to be 2 degrees removed. No, I don't know that I know the Pope. But so yesterday, I became so obsessed with this. I am not Catholic. But I believe in Catholic education and the product of it. Jesuit education, specifically St. Ignatius High School, Bob Newhart, among others. Mm-hmm. So this comes down yesterday that the Pope was from Chicago, south suburb Dalton, which I think is where Donovan McNabb grew up. And we went crazy. And I don't care. Usually I'm annoyed by papal talk. I just am. You know, I'm married to the most Catholic.
Annoyed by papal talk.
Married the most Catholic woman in America, and I immediately texted her and just said, I may convert. This is the coolest thing I've heard in a long time, that the Pope was from Chicago. But the other thing, Greeny, was, is he a Cubs fan or a White Sox fan? This was, by the way, the subject of controversy, because the Cubs declared the Pope was a Cub fan, and it's on the marquee in Wrigley.
But his brother disputed it.
His brother, in an interview in New Mexico, says, no, he's a White Sox fan. All I said was,
takes a lot of faith to be a White Sox
fan. If he leans toward or has connections to the Packers or Cardinals, he's done to me.
No.
I have nothing. I have no regard.
You are talking to the son of a nun. That's right. I said it. My mother was a Dominican nun for 11 years. Sister Mary Lou. She did leave the convent before.
Yes, that's going to have to be explained to me later.
At least that's the story.
Make sure you get that right.
And a big sports fan. When I landed here, it happened while I was in the air, made her year. She was all over the Pope yesterday.
So my mother's worked in the Catholic Church my whole life, right? I went to Catholic school in 12th grade, St. Anthony's High School, Franciscan Brothers. And my mother, who doesn't pay attention to any sports news at all, texted me and said, he went to Villanova. You know what that means, right?
Dixon 4. It means Dixon 4 is what it means.
For you to finish this, I called 100 people just to say, we want, in Chicago, we're so obsessed. We want to know everything about the Pope. Is he going to bless the Bears? And I had one of
Forget the Bears. The Bulls on Monday in the lottery.
Yeah.
The Bulls on Monday, Cooper Flag. That's where you're
I'll take that.
By the way, our friend Annie Agar, I think, won this conversation yesterday. She tweeted, Chicago produced a Pope before a quarterback. That was well played.
One could lead to the other.
But anyway.